everyone, myself Jatan Mathacholia, and today we are going to solve a LeetCode question. So question number is 217 and title is contains duplicate. Description is given an integer array nums, return true if any value appears at least twice in the array, and return false if every element is distinct. So basically the question is we they given a array nums, and in that we have to find that any element is repeating or not. If there is any element that is repeating, then we have to return as true that that the array contains duplicate. Otherwise we have to return false that all numbers are unique, there is no repeating value. So here is example 1, and in that nums is 1, 2, 3 and 1. So here 1 is repeating, so we have to give output as true. Explanation same in example 2, there is no any repeating element, so we have to give an output as false that it doesn't contain any duplicate. So now if I tell you the core logic to solve this question, then it has to be we are using hash table to solve this question, because hash table gives us a functionality to check whether a number or anything that is stored in a hash table is duplicating or not in a order of one time complexity. And that is very important in here, because in these constraints here it says that nums of I is going to 10 raised to 9, and also the length of arrays can go up to 10 raised to 5. So for the worst case scenario we have to check all elements in array. So it's if we use the very brute force, for example if we use to for loop and then check that element is repeating or not, then in worst case scenario we are traveling the whole array, and for that the time complexity becomes order of n square, and for the large inputs it going to exceed time limit. So for that we are going to use hash table, because it gives us functionality to perform operations in order of one time complexity. So now let's write the solution. So here first we assign a unordered map, and in that we are going to store key and value, and the both is integer type, that's why I define integer. And let's say we give it a name as frequency, because we are checking if how many times an element is occurring frequently. After that I run a for each loop like int n from nums, and here first I will assign frequency of n plus plus. What these terms do, it means in our array this for loop first take out the 1, and in our unordered map frequency of 1 gets plus plus, so by default it's 0 and now it becomes 1. Okay, and now here I apply a if condition, that if in frequency table we are going to check for n, and if its frequency is greater than 1, then we directly return true. True. And also for our satisfaction I am going to output that number also, and that is here n. And after that we are going to return true, because we found a number that is that's frequency is greater than 1, that means it occurs second time or more than one time. After that if this if condition is not follows, then for loop ends without execute the if condition, then we directly return here the false, that means there is no repeating element in the array. So for first let's run the code and then submit it. Okay, so here is what is this? Okay, okay, so code is run and all test cases are passed. So here in for the first case, in first nums array, the 1 is repeating 2 times. So here in output we get repeating number is 1. Same for in third one, here repeating number is 1, because here also 3 is repeating, 2 is repeating, but the first repeating number is 1, and we are going to check only for one element, because according to question, if we get any one element that is repeating in array, then we directly return true, otherwise we return false. So now let's submit the code. Okay, so code is submitted and my runtime is 57 milliseconds. um, by the way, this unordered map performs operation in order of one time complexity, but because of this for loop we are used here, this is iterate in worst case scenario, this iterates the whole array. So for that, time complexity of our code becomes order of n. So that's why I guess we are going to we are getting this 57 milliseconds runtime. And I hope you understand the whole solution and logic to solve this question, and let's meet in the next question. Till then, bye bye.